Hello students, in our next question, let's try to understand. Uh, in the previous one, we have seen what are the factors responsible. Now let's try to discuss the changes taking place in the industrial class structure. If you take a look, this particular question, it has been coming directly from our part B, and that is social structure. So the syllabus of your paper 2, it has been divided into three parts, A, B and C. In the part B, which speaks about the social structure of India, we have a specific topic called to be as social classes. And among those social classes, we are having one agrarian class, second is industrial, and the third is middle class. So here the question is directly coming, how do you see the industrial class is changing its structure? So, as usual, we will be dividing our answer into three parts. First will be the introduction. In my introduction, I want to speak about what is this concept of industrial class. One way of defining that industrial class basically means the phenomena of working class. So this popular definition has been given by a sociologist called as Armstrong. He says, in simple term, industrial class can also be called to be as working class, those people who are working within this factory system or factory setup, and that is how they are making their livelihoods. So they have gone away from the agrarian types of societies and they are now attached with some factory based systems. One is you can provide as a definition, or another you can speak about the introduction in a changing format. What you can say is one primary factor which is responsible for changing the industrial class is the phenomena of LPG reforms that has taken place. The year 1991 has played a very important role in transformation of this society. So the LPG reforms 1991, it is changing, and how it is changing, it is bringing a segment, those who were associated to pre-LPG and those who are associated to post-LPG. So one, we have looked in the introduction. Now when we go towards the content, let's try to take a look. What exactly are the different forms of structures which are present? So if you take a look, industrial class structure, it has kept on changing within India. What are the primary changes that has been brought is due to the 1991 LPG reforms, there has been a shift where industrial class has been significantly been removed. So industrial classes has in a way come to an end. Why? Because now we are going to shift towards a service sector oriented economy. Earlier the industrial class was pretty much quite well defined. So if we take a look how these class structures, earlier the traditional class structure has changed into a modern class structure. There were very few dominant players such as Tata, Birla, etc. They can also be referred to be as a petty bourgeois. So now we are moving towards a more post-liberalization society. There has been new bourgeois who are going to come into the play. So here I can mention there has been rise of new forms of bourgeois who are coming into the structure. Another important change that we get to see, there is a shift that we are moving from middle class toward the concept called to be as new middle class. What is this? Rise of service sector, IT sectors, this high-tech city, this white collar jobs where people are working in the health, MNCs, multinational corporations. They are an important contributor towards bringing the changes within the society. On the other hand, if we continue, there has also been informalization of workforce. This is also an important change that is happening, because at one end, when we take a look, earlier the phenomena was just with a formal structure, or it was in the phenomena of informal structure. Now these boundaries are coming closer to each other. There is something known to be as informalization of workforce that is happening. At one end, outside it looks like formal, but at many times the job security has gone. So these phenomena of informalization, this is also called to be as casualization of workforce. It is also called to be as contractualization of workforce. Seasonal people when they are getting the job. For example, the people who are working in Amazon, they tend to work for around 3 to 4 months. So this is like a contractualization of workforce that is taking place. Slowly we are seeing the concept of class is getting attached with the phenomena of status as well. The phenomena of status is being attached to the political system as well. The political system is being attached to the phenomena of regionalism as well. So here there is an important sociologist. He is also called to be as an Indian Max Weber. So Andre Bete is playing an influential role in changing the industrial class structure. Lastly, we get to see that due to uh, the LPG reforms, the factors that has been played by globalization, such as privatization, the ideas which are being put by the capitalism in its, so such as the liberalization, secularization, urbanization, industrialization, all these factors are going to play an important and a dynamic role. So here, what did I do? I have divided my answer. What did I do? I have divided my answer into three parts. First of all, I am going to define what is the meaning of industrial class. One popular definition that has been given by one popular definition that has been given by Armstrong. Or what I can do is I can say the concept of industrial class has very much gone into a transformation. Then I am going to say what are the changes. I will put a subheading over here. What are the changes that has been taken place? After 1991, industrial class has very much been reduced. In fact, there is an Indian sociologist. His name is Sharad Bhumik. He says that how class structure has transformed in India. In fact, we did not produce industrial class. We have rather produced government employees. Those people who come with big, big dabbas and 3 hours they have their lunch break. And 1991 is responsible for a shift. What is this shift or changes that is taking place? The middle class has moved towards the new middle class, formal, informal. So there is contractualization of workforce, casualization of workforce that we can highlight, class, status, political, all these phenomena are core. So a multi-dimensional view has been highlighted by Andre Bete and some other factors which is changing the industrial class structure. So here in my conclusion, I am going to highlight how gig economic system. There are multiple factors such as modernity, such as multinational corporations, the growth of economy and frequent recessions. This is changing the dynamic. So very much we have moved from an industrial, we have rather moved to the concept of post-industrial society. So here highlighting the factors of post-industrialization and what is this post-industrialization of gig economy of Swiggy, etc., modernity, multinational corporations, economic volatility, recessions, all these factors are going to play a prominent role. So here I am first providing an introduction, then I have given a content, and then I have given a conclusion. So these are some of the ways. I have given a PDF for this answer on my Telegram channel. Kindly take a look at this model answer. So what have we done? We have tried to understand what are the changes that has taken place in the industrial class structure. So this is the second compulsory question that you are having in your paper 2, question number 1. In the next video, we are going to take a look how can we see the question about patriarchy. I will see you in the next one. Have a nice day.